Hey, my LouHall.com family. I wanted to talk to you guys about subcontractors. If you are in business and you use subcontractors, you got to make sure that you do your work for the subcontractors, right? When I say do your work, in other words, you got to make sure that you're dealing with a subcontractor that means exactly what they say. Because a lot of them will sell you a bunch of garbage and a bunch of hoo-ha because it's all about the money. Because most contractors are going from job to job to job to job, taking money to pay this, to pay that, pay that. And I get it, because expenses comes up all the time, so we have to keep moving. And sometimes at a slower pace, we don't get a chance to move that much, so money has to be spent faster. But you got to make sure that the subcontractor delivers, and how you work that out is very important. Because I had a guy who was a subcontractor who was going to be working for me, and I was kind of cool with him because I didn't really get all his documentations, and I said, okay, you can do the work, no problem, and I'll pay you. But the problem is that he stuffed me. He gave me a price of what he was going to do the job for, and he wind up not doing the job, and I had to pay somebody else to do his job, which came out good, which came out phenomenal. But the beginning of the process made my customer very upset with me, and they demanded that I be on the job throughout the process. So what went for taking a week wound up taking 3 weeks, because I had to rely on different people. Job got done, customers very happy, very satisfied, but the subcontractor that I relied on, with somebody I knew I've done work with in the past, didn't come through. So you got to be careful when you're dealing with subcontractors. You got to make sure that subcontractors are doing exactly what they tell you that they're going to do. That's important. That's very, very important, that they do what they say they're going to do, and you have to hold them accountable and request from them that you need paperwork. You need paperwork to present to whomever you file your papers to. And with that, you're able to make sure that you get the right type of subcontractor for the job. And you hold them accountable. Just make sure that you have a conversation with them. This is who I am. This is how I operate. This is the money I'm giving you. And if you don't have what it takes to do this money is going to entail, then I don't need you. But I'm not going to give you a good amount of money and then I have to chase you down. Because see, the worst thing you could do with someone is have to call them 1,000 times to do a job that they said to you that they're going to do. I don't care if you do the job and it takes you a longer time, but I do care if you say you're going to do the job and you can't do the job, or you don't do the job. That's worse. Because I had to call this contractor like 8, 9 times. I had to call him. He never answered. It's been a month now. He still never answered. But guess what? He came there for possibly, I think, a day and a half, maybe 2 days. He broke up the sidewalk, did what he needed to do. He dropped off some materials and he left. So now the job was over, he hits me up and he says, hey, you owe me money. When can I get paid? Well, guess what? That's not how it works. Not with me. I called you 12 times, I couldn't get you. I went by your house, couldn't get you. But yet and still, it comes payday, or when you think the job is done, you're going to call me. No, it doesn't work like that. I don't run my business like that. So for all you who are dealing with subcontractors, and subcontractors are people who are going to do the job that you are not going to do, or that you have chosen not to do, and you're assigning to them. You want to put them responsible for what happens, but at the same time, you're responsible to the customer. So you have to make sure your relationship with this subcontractor is 100%. And you ask all the information you need to ask, right? And I would love to hear some of your stories about your nightmare with some of these subcontractors. Okay? All right, guys. LouHall.com. Appreciate you guys.